In Florence during the 16th century, there lived a young man named Marco who dreamed of becoming an artist. Marco not only had a talent for painting but also a passion for art. He spent hours a day sketching and painting. He knew that he still had a long way to go to realize his dream, but he was willing to work hard and persevere. One day, the great Michelangelo Buonarroti was looking for an apprentice to assist him in his work. Marco was excited at the prospect of working with one of the greatest artists of all time and decided to apply for the position. Fortunately, Marco was accepted as Michelangelo's apprentice. Michelangelo was known for his strict and exacting standards, and he expected nothing less than perfection from his apprentice. Marco was determined and focused because he knew that this was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to learn from the best. Over the next few years, he worked tirelessly with the master artist, mixing paints, preparing canvases, and learning Michelangelo's chiaroscuro and sfumato techniques. Over time, Marco began to develop a deeper understanding of Michelangelo's technique. He learned how to mix colors to create just the right shade, how to create the illusion of depth and shadow, and how to capture the essence of a character's expression and emotion. It wasn't just Michelangelo's technique that Marco learned. He also learned about the master artist's philosophy and approach to art. Michelangelo believed that art was a reflection of the divine. So it was the artist's duty to create works that were not just beautiful, but also meaningful and inspirational. Marco also studied the work of other great artists and experimented with new techniques and materials. Marco gradually developed his own artistic style and method. One day, Michelangelo saw the oil painting Raphael and Leonardo da Vinci created by Marco. Impressed with the work, the master offered to help him develop his skills further. They also co-created a self-portrait of the two artists. Ultimately, Marco became a respected artist in his own right. The paintings and sculptures he created were appreciated by audiences in Italy and beyond. Marco was constantly pushing himself to new heights, always striving to create artwork that will stand the test of time. His beautiful girlfriend became the protagonist of many of his works of art. Many of his creations were inspired by her. The peaceful days are fleeting. A war separates Marco from his teacher. After Michelangelo's death, the Pope called other artists to continue Michelangelo's unfinished works. Few would, except Marco. Marco realizes that his journey as an artist is not just about gaining fame and recognition, but about creating something that inspires and uplifts others. Today, when we marvel at the ceiling paintings of the Sistine Chapel, we admire the artist's talent and even more. Finally, let's appreciate Marco's works of art together.
Thank you.